We have a very special guest in the studio. I can't remember the last time I saw him. I mean, when was the last time we shared a table together? It's been like forever, except, on Skype, phone calls and everything with the national team and all that. Okay, here he is. Good morning. Toyin, Ibitoye, it's good to have you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be back.
Okay, I'm actually here. You're there. That's cool.
I'm pretty sick.
Good to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to have you join us. It's been a while, and it's fun sharing the same table again. There's a lot to talk about, but before we go to the Super Eagles, above everything else, you're a journalist, and we all love football. So she wants to talk about shooting, so let's start from there. I mean, you've probably heard the news. They came close yet so far, and she's been trying to ask a lot of people, the traditional team, in your opinion, what do you think has gone wrong? Or we're just making too much of shooting stars not being able to come up?
Yeah, I was disappointed that I was expecting that shooting stars would be in the MPFL in the new season with the way they played in the regular season of the NNL. But football is football. Sometimes you prepare well, you have the best team, it doesn't go your way. And I think I want to agree with what I think it was Amy that said it. Let's just give credit to Aqua Starlet for what they were able to do. Neutral ground, good pitch in Asaba, and then shooting stars falling apart in that way is really sad. And I also read that the GM, they've worked so hard, Rashid Balogun, they've toiled, Ibitoye, Dimeji Lawa, they've worked hard, have prepared, and eventually it's not coming together. They've resigned. And this is really very painful. I can imagine what the mood is like right now in Ibadan. It's probably like they lost some heroes, but it's not time to just drop your shoulders, drop your head. You try again and see if you can bounce back as quickly as you can. And I think what you said is also very instructive. Funding, financial support is key for shooting stars. They struggled to pay the players, keep them motivated, and sometimes these are issues that could also affect output on the pitch. So I hope they have a sports-loving governor now who is a very keen fan of shooting stars. I'm sure things will turn around for shooting stars, and I hope that they can get someone as good as Rashid Balogun and Ibitoye to steer the wheels of the ship of the team to the MPFL. It's a matter of time they will be back.
All right.
Okay, before we just leave it, let's listen to, one of your players, talking about, well, maybe one of the reasons they actually lost the game.
This is not what we planned for, but it's happened like this. It's happened at times like this. But we thank God. We go back home to go and start afresh, which I believe in the next season we will come out stronger. We are using AstroTurf in our own side. Maybe I can say the pitch affected us small in the first half. That's it.
Okay, you mentioned it earlier, talking about AstroTurf and grass. Mr. Ibitoye, you mean which is better, AstroTurf or grass?
It depends on which one you want. It depends on which one you are used to. But I think a lot of people will rather play on grass than on AstroTurf. But this is rainy season, so the heat from AstroTurf may not be as dangerous as they used to be when it's a dry season. So maybe they are used to the difficult heat and couldn't find their way in Asaba.
Okay, all right. We have a unique situation, and I remember many times we've talked about this in our private chat, and even when you were on the show. We have a unique situation in Delta State, a unique situation in Akwa Ibom. But let's talk about Warri Wolves making it back. Maybe we should talk about their victory first before we talk about the unique situation of having two teams from the same state. But a lot of us wanted to see Shooting Stars and Warri Wolves, but at least we got one of the two traditional teams. Warri Wolves, a team that has always provided players for the Super Eagles. You cast your mind back a few years, you look at the picture of Warri Wolves players, you can have 5, 6 players who went on to play for the Super Eagles.
Yes. Congratulations for Warri Wolves. You can count the number of players that have come through Warri Wolves and are now in the Super Eagles. Daniel Akpeyi, all the very traditional club. It was a shock the way they went down, but I'm happy that they are back. So we'll see what quality they have this time. The same issues of funding are the same issues. Now, it's a peculiar peculiar situation in Delta, peculiar in Akwa Ibom, in Abia. You have Abia Comet, you have Enyimba, you have Aqua Stars, Aqua Starlets, Warri Wolves, Delta Force. So it all comes down to what the governance structure is from the league management company. Two teams, do they have the same sponsors? Who are the owners? Who are going to be funding these teams? Are they going to struggle? These are the issues that the
we're going to have
LMC.
a Rivers State situation where
you had Rivers,
and
then but it depends on whatever they are able to prove to the league management company and see if they can fall in line with the statutes of the game, because ordinarily the same sponsor, you don't have two teams in the same league, but sometimes you think that they have the same sponsors. They can prove to you that the owners of Warri Wolves, because I remember that Delta Force have a different group of people who are funding it, so they can prove to you that Delta Force is funded separately, Warri Wolves is funded separately, and the way Abia Warriors and Enyimba have been able to prove that, yes, we play in the same state, but we have different governance structures and all of that. But Aqua Starlet is a different case. Aqua Starlet is the feeder team of Aqua United.
Overnight, Starlet became stars.
Because they say they are rebranding. That's
but
what
it all comes down to whatever they are able to put together as well. The feeder team and the main team usually don't play in the same league. So these are the issues. Maybe the slots will be available for somebody else to pick up at the end of the day. These are the issues that the LMC will look into, and I'm sure the best decisions will be taken.
All right.
So it seems it's so much that you can't stomach, like maybe having a player for like 10 years, giving 10 years of his life of his playing career to national team. It's like it's difficult. How much of a pressure is it on these players?
Well, is it really difficult if you are playing at the highest level and you can play? Mikel, I think, spent about 10 years. Yeah. Although Mikel, you could say Mikel is a rare breed. But Musa is getting close to that now. Musa was
2011. Started in 2011.
2010 after the World Cup, when we played the qualifiers for 2012. Madagascar.
Yeah, okay.
2010. It's 9 years now. So Musa is getting close to it. When you look at our team right now and you see the number of young players who are there, we pray that they stay at the highest level. A lot of them can play 10, 12, 13 years.
But I think what she's saying is that the pressure of expectation.
I mean, if you are representing, Nigeria is how many? 190 million or close to 200 million people. You are chosen amongst the 11 to represent 190 million people or 200 million people. It comes with a lot of pressure. And the way we are wired as Nigeria, no matter who you are playing against, you must play to win. You must dominate. You must create all the chances. You must score with a lot of goals. So it comes with this pressure. But then it's important for us as a country to learn how to be modest in our expectations of our players. There are countries with a lot more super players or high-profile players than we are, and they celebrate little successes because they know what football is. They know that there's no guarantee in football. You may have the best team, you may have the best preparation, it may not come together for you on the pitch.
But how do you react to people who complain about some of these players seeing either journalists or football fans as their adversaries? And you could see it in some of their responses. You know some of the things I'm talking about. Some I can't even say.
It's the social media era. There's nothing you can do. Have you gone on social media to see the way they abuse our political leaders, religious leaders? I mean, it's the social media space. Sometimes those behind it are faceless. You don't even know what they look like. But then they have an opportunity of punching at the computer,
they hit you
and they throw it at you. That's social media era for you. So I think the training we need to give to all those who have the role to play, the players, the coaches, the administrators, is that look, develop a thick skin. Understand the space you're operating in. Understand that some of these things are coming from those who are faceless, and be able to develop yourself in such a way that you can focus. We do something sometimes in camp. I advise the players, look, until our next game, try to avoid social media space. Don't read, because they can kill your morale. They can dampen your spirit. And a lot of those boys are very strong mentally. Akpeyi, for example, is very, very strong mentally.
That's another person that got a lot of bashing.
A lot of bashing. And sometimes when people throw those things at him, I ask them, you didn't talk about the fact that he made a save. You didn't talk about the fact that he did this. He saved us in this situation. But he makes a mistake, you try to hire everyone. So players have to be a lot more stronger mentally to be able to cope with whatever social media is going on. Players, coaches, it happens to everybody. Coach Genotro, for example, there are days he doesn't even read the social media at all. But sometimes when the results are good, you know someone else will balance things up for you. So you could probably read a few. But that's what we have. That's the reality of our times now.
All right.
The reality.
All right, let's take a look at the papers now, right? Starting with Complete Sports here. And this one, Cambridge and Leicester City. Goal shy in Henry 6, first goal in 10 months. Okay, that's what we're talking about. He misses a sitter in the pre-season game. Champions Man City, yet again, that's talking about the Premier League prediction and all that. Is 80 million pounds or no for Zaha? Okay, I think football has gone crazy. Club Brugge is making 5 million pounds bid for Paul Onuachu. Yeah, that's a good one.
Who's looking at it?
Paul Onuachu,
Club
Club Brugge.
Yeah, Onuachu is a young boy. We want him to play in mainstream Europe. Belgium is not bad. Now that Igalo is no longer going to be available, we have to start to look at the likes of Onuachu, the likes of Osime, and the other young lads coming through. So if he's able to come into a more competitive league than the Danish league, it's going to be better for him as a player and for us as a national team, as Nigeria.
How about Kelechi Iheanacho? I mean, still.
Yeah, Kelechi. I am praying for Kelechi to gain back that confidence. Kelechi is also one young player that still has a lot to offer.
He's still in the plans of Gennaro Rowe?
Definitely, Kelechi is still in the plans. It was so close to being in the AFCON, but it means that doesn't mean it's not a part of the team. Kelechi, Semi Ajayi also moved to West Brom. So these are the young lads that we'll be looking forward to seeing. If our old guys are dropping off, these are the guys that we look up to. So we pray they get good clubs and play good football and can add quality to the national team.
All right.
Okay, that's the prayer here. Sporting Sun is next, and aftermath of AFCON 2019 from Sporting Sun. You have this one, FG snubs a third best Super Eagles at Team Quit Abuja Hotel. Can you comment on this one?
FG snubs?
The snubs, third best Super Eagles.
No, we have to commend the federal government. Yeah. They received us immediately we came back.
Yeah.
Secretary to the state government, Boss Mustafa, was at the airport with some top government officials to receive us and to commend the team and also charge us to do more in the future. So I don't understand where the snub is coming from, but they spoke to us at the airport and commended us and told us that we can always do better. Maybe the snub is that
there was no trip to Aswa.
It could be.
Okay.
Okay, let's leave that. You have Sporting Life.
All right, Sporting Life. Let's do this quickly. A lot of interesting stories. Money out of Community Shield. A story attributed to Gennaro Rowe. So you're in the best position to comment on it. Decide my future now. Gennaro Rowe's message to the NFF. A lot of other stories, Neymar and all that. But the Gennaro Rowe story. Anything we need to know?
Gennaro Rowe has a contract that is still in place. And I think so far it's done well. That's my own opinion. Mm-hmm. I'm sure a lot of people will say, what else will he say? But look at the way we qualified for the World Cup. We've not been to the AFCON in 6 years. We went there and finished in third. 24-team AFCON, I can tell you guys that 24-team AFCON is really demanding physically and mentally. It wasn't easy. And to have finished third, I think it's done well. And I hope he's able to continue with his contract, improve the team again. The next AFCON qualifiers will start in no time. Mm-hmm. The World Cup qualifiers will start in no time. So there's no time for us to dilly-dally. Let him focus on the job, get the team to play better, and we'll get better results.
So there's no future to decide.
His future he has a contract already in place, and he has his work to do, and I'm sure he will go about it the best way possible and help us to get better results in the future.
All right. What about the $1 million competition that they talked about if he had to go?
I don't know what's in the details of the contract. What I know is that he has a contract that is in place, and the NFF has been so good. The network has been good. I hope there are no issues outside of what we know already. He has a job to do. He will continue his job, and I hope he can lead us to bigger success.
And I hope the interest from Morocco is not...
They pay off the 1 million.
If they have it, bring it on, right? Is that it?
No, but I think he has a job to do, and he's been doing it well, and I'm sure he'll continue to do it to the best of his ability.
Okay. All right. Before we leave, we'll just send a special, how do we put it now, heartfelt, condolence to the families and parents of Precious Olabe, the Youth Corps member with Channels TV, Abuja Bureau, who died during the protest on Wednesday afternoon. It was on Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
So Precious Olabe, he was a corps member, and he died after he was shot in the stomach. Later in the day, we got the news that he actually passed away.
Right. As I want to end the show on that sober note, a heartfelt condolence to his family and all those who lost ones in that protest. We hope that we'll see an end to all of this, and of course, we'll leave, peace will return, and we'll live our normal lives. So, I want to thank you on the show for coming on the show. Hopefully, we'll do this some other time.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be back, and thank you for the opportunity of being on Sports This Morning once again.
All right. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your day. We hope to do this again tomorrow. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.
I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Thanks for watching.